Before this video starts, I wanna say that I decided to make two parts. One being a beginner's guide where I just go over Lawbringer's move list and give information about their strengths and weaknesses. If you watch the second part, I assume you already know quite a bit about Lawbringer and I will focus on different mix-ups and how to counter him in his matchups. The link of the second part will be in the description as soon as I made the second part. Hope you enjoy.
I'm on the outside.
Hey guys, today will be a different video. It is a tutorial, as you can read by the title probably. It's a tutorial and about how to play the Lawbringer and how to counter him, and yeah, because most of the time when I go online and I play like 101s or 202s or just 4-4s, just every game mode, and I run into a Lawbringer, most of them are not good. They're easily predictable and don't use the full potential of Lawbringer, in my opinion. Because most of the time, if I go 101 with them, I'll win. Let's just go into how to play, and then just load up into a bot match, so I can show you the first three initial combos a Lawbringer can usually do. As you can see, my Lawbringer is Prestige 3 at level 4, so I played him quite a bit, not too much, but I think enough to tell you something about him. He's my favorite figure. I played him the most because I have so much fun with him, and I rarely see him being played, which is really sad because he's a good champion in my opinion, a good hero. And as you can see, he's a counter attacker and a disabler. This describes his kit really good. Counter attacker, especially because I think about 30% of his combos can be initiated just by parrying. So parrying is a huge part of the Lawbringer. So if you wanna start playing him, get used to parrying because you need that. That's pretty important. Okay, later on I will go on how to. Now I will show you all the combos, and later on how to fight against him, and then show my gear score, what I prefer when I go into Dominion, and what's the other game mode called? I think Deathmatch. I don't really know. See you later, guys. So guys, as you can see, we loaded into a game against our lovely bot Isaac, who cannot attack because it's a peacekeeper. And yeah, let's go. I will show you the first combo, which is called wait, let me quickly look into match and hero and moveset. It's book, chapter, and verse. Left click, right click, left click. So this, and then this. Pretty good combo. I barely use it, but you can't. It's just for damage. Okay. The next combo is called Judge, Jury, and Executioner, and is performed by a light, then a heavy, and then another heavy. It could look like this. As you can see, the heavy, the third heavy, so the last move of the combo, is unblockable from every side. So you can do it like this. And yeah, it is the most damaging combo and my preferred combo because of the, yeah, just because of the move it does and the last, because the last right click is an unblockable. Finally. Okay, up to the next combo. The next combo is called Swift Justice. Not my favorite combo because it starts with a heavy, which isn't too good, but it looks like this. It starts with a heavy, then a light, and then another heavy. I'm not a big fan of this combo because it uses a heavy as startup, which is the slowest attack. Especially if you go top heavy, gives you enough time. If your enemy is good, he will of course parry it. So not that great of a move. So just another way of the Swift Justice combo variety. Only this combo has. It is called the Swift Justice Finisher, and it is easily performed just with a normal combo. But the top and the third attack, which is a heavy, has to be in the top stance. So like this. And when it hits, if it connects, you can get a free light, which is pretty awesome. It's in the end not that good of a combo because if you think about it, nobody's gonna let you hit first a heavy, then a light, and then a top heavy, which like like I told before, it's such a slow startup, just a heavy in the beginning. You could be happy if you get the light off, but I swear to God, 90% of the enemies you're fighting won't get hit by the third hit of this combo. But if we somehow manage to do it, just yeah, be happy you pulled it off, because you probably never will. On to the next clip. So the next move is the impaling charge. It's a really great tool the Lawbringer has, because if you're out of the guard stance and you press right click just before somebody is near you, you impale them with your sharp end of your poleaxe. It's a pretty good tool. You can carry them really far by just like holding the right mouse button, or you can just like not drag them too much, just like a short range. And now here's the great part about it. If you manage, wait, let me just go the bot where it needs to be, and you impale somebody, and then hit a wall, which I didn't do because I'm an idiot. So like this, a top heavy is guaranteed and can lead in one of your most damaging combos. This is a really good tool, because as you can see, a top heavy blinds the enemy. So if you're ever able to land this right click, try to drag them really far so that they hit a wall, and then just go right click, left click, and then right click again. But I will go into the mix-ups later. So next move we're gonna pull is the impaling riposte. This is an interesting move. You just come on, parry me. So what I just did, I parried him, and then pressed right click as soon as I parried him, and you have to do it in the left or in the right guard stance. Top stance won't work. So you just parry somebody, then go and hold drag, and then it's a good tool if used correctly. Come on. What is an easier option to do it is just hold the right mouse button after you parried somebody, and then just drag the mouse so you're going into the left or right stance. And then just drag them. Yeah. What is good if you're near a wall or an edge, so you can throw them off. So just like parry them, impale them, and then you can go to town on them. It's just pretty good combo. And then just boom. Okay. And you can also corner your enemies. Yeah. On to the next parrying move. So we're now going into the really juicy stuff. The next move is the blind justice. I'm just going to show you. It is parried and then a top heavy. It looks like this. It does, as you can see, it does a huge amount of damage. But it is also a combo finisher, so you can't go into a right click, left click, right click combo. I'm not a huge fan of this, because if you play against somebody good, he will just parry this again. It is not guaranteed. This move is not guaranteed. Same goes for the riposte I showed you earlier. This is not guaranteed, so it's pretty important. So the next move we're going to about is, again, you have to first of all parry somebody, and then just it looks like this. This is by far the safest method because this move is guaranteed, and it can lead into combos. So you could just technically go like this, and then right click and another right click, and yeah, execute. As you can see, it stuns the enemy now. It didn't before the buff came. So it's the safest riposte. It's the safest parry. I would always go for it. Sometimes, not always, but 80% of the time, you will just go for it, because it leads to so many mix-up and is really important. So now we're gonna talk about the last parry mix-up you can do, and it's called the make away. It's just you parry and then do your zone attack. Zone attack is easily performed by just pressing your left mouse button and the right mouse button at the same time. Looks like this. Oops. Let me just show it to you. it looks like this. I think it's not guaranteed. I'm not too sure. I'm never using it, to be honest. It is a good way if you're surrounded by multiple opponents, because if you parry one, then the others are probably gonna get hit because it has hyper armor. So, you won't be interrupted while doing this. So let's just technically think like your two enemies are attacking you, and one of them is trying to hit you, and the other one delays his hit. So the first one hits you, and the second as well. But you parry the first one, but the second one will hit no matter what, because you know parried, and because of the make way you have hyper armor. So you're gonna parry the first one and hit the second one with it, but you're still getting hit. So it's sometimes a good tool. Don't use it. Don't use it if you only want one. Just go for light attack. Okay. Now, yeah, that's it. Next move we're talking about is the long arm, tool only the Lawbringer has, and it is just like this. It is performed by pressing S and then right click, and a pretty good move in my opinion. But again, I wouldn't use it in neutral. Neutral is, just for somebody who doesn't know what neutral is, the moment where everything is fair again. So nobody has attacked yet, and everybody has the same chance to get hit. Nobody has an advantage because he has hit his opponent before. Just now we're in a neutral stance. Now we're not in a neutral stance because I blocked his attack. I parried it. But the long arm is a really slow move. It maybe looks that it has a lot of range, but of course it's just a bot, a level 1 bot. So I'm not a big fan of this move. Don't use it in neutral, because if the enemy is smart enough, and you may do it once against him, and the other way, if he just like dodges it, like this bot just did, you're completely open. The guard break on you is free, and every heavy from your enemy is guaranteed, or just any other stuff. So don't use this move in neutral. It's really bad. So the next move we're gonna go into is the shove. Shove can be performed in 3 different ways. One is just by pressing just making a dodge to the sides or like to front, and then guard break. This pushes the opponent away and it's pretty good. Let me just talk about the things you can do with it. You have 3 different follow-ups. You could, no 4. You can hit with a light attack, with a heavy. Those are not guaranteed. You can follow up with a guard break, or you can do the long arm. These are the 4 different things you can do. This is one of your greatest tools. This is a good tool in neutral because it cracks your opponents open. And if you have like some turtler, so somebody who's not attacking much, you can just crack his turtle shell open by just doing this over and over again. And as you can see, it removes stamina as well. The other 2 methods you can do it is by hitting a right click and then just, yeah. So after right click you can follow up with a shove. It's called the shove alternative. It's a pretty good way. The third one is just by blocking an attack and then pressing guard break. You can do really much with this thing. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I could help you, and if now you think you know the basics about Lawbringer, I would recommend you watching the second part where I go much more into detail. And that's it. It is your Nightcore, and I wish you a great rest of the day.